And how supportive has your family been during this process?
Very supportive. Obviously my husband and my kids are behind me 100%. And I do have a business partner who is, in the company with me 50-50, and she also has two children and a husband and works from her house. So it's been a nice, you know, we both kind of balance each other out. If one of us, a lot of our jobs are off-site or in the city, or we do a lot of wardrobing for TV shows and stuff like that. So who's ever around is around, and, we kind of balance each other out in that way.
What were the biggest obstacles in setting up this business?
Um, I think that when we started StyleBakery.com, we weren't really sure how much it would take off. There, like I said before, there wasn't a lot of online magazines where you could click on items and purchase them from other stores, and we kind of did the cherry picking for you and told you what to buy. So in that sort of sense, we didn't really think it was going to take off. So we kind of started it off like, oh, what a great idea, and we would like to read this magazine, so maybe someone else will. And then it kind of just word of mouth and some advertising and TV placements, and it became much more popular.
Were there any specific hurdles that you had to overcome in the beginning?
No, I think just every day is kind of a battle. Getting through the day, whether you have to, like I said, drive a carpool or, take your kids to a birthday party or pick up your husband's dry cleaning. I mean, whatever you need to do, if you're around and home, you kind of feel that you have to be in 15 places at once, which my personality is I kind of work better when I have 1,000 things to do, but not everybody's like that. I think it's about scheduling and setting boundaries.
So do you have any advice for women who want to set up a website of their own or just follow this entrepreneurship?
I think that if you feel the urge to do something, you should do it. And I think life is short, and you need to, approach things in a way that go for it. I mean, what can happen? It could fail, and then you try something new. I think that if you have the passion to do something, you should do it. And I think setting boundaries and goals for yourself is a huge piece of advice. And setting something up, if you are working from your home, just keep it separate. And when you're in your work, you're in your work zone, and when you're with your kids, you're with your kids. If your kids come home from school at 3 o'clock and you want to make it that you're with your kids from 3 to 6, then that's your work time. But then you might have to sacrifice your nighttime, to go back to work.
How do you think a site like Butterfly could help women in this journey?
I think that going back to work is probably a very scary decision for a lot of people, and actually now that you've had a baby or two children and you feel far removed from the workplace, and the question is, how can I ever go back? I think that finding somewhere where you could actually speak with other women who are in the same position that you are, or maybe are trying to come up with the courage to go back to work and aren't quite sure how to do it, if there could be a place where we could all talk and, bounce ideas off each other. I mean, what's better than a friend, even if it's someone that you've never even met before, but, to know that someone's in the same position as you, I think that would benefit anyone. I mean, it would benefit me, so.